Hello everyone and welcome to This Day. It is Friday, June 16th. I am Michael Taylor. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a packed show. I want to get right to it. We have a lot to cover. On today's show, we have the Music Lovers Club. They're going to be joining us, and that's going to be with Bill and Sherry. And then we have some wonderful sports coming up. Lots of championships this week. Sports Corner with Cole Young. And, of course, then the California Club is going to be joining us a little later with Don Barnes and Sharon Peavy. We have no meetings to tell you about, but let's get right to stay informed. And this is a big one, folks. This is a big one. El Toro Road closure is coming up. And that is tonight. That starts tonight, and it's going to be a mess at El Toro Road. So try to avoid that all the way through June 26th. They're expanding the freeway. They've got to move the on and off ramps, and that's going to be affecting traffic down there. So if you can avoid that, do so. It's going to be a mess there for a while. Let's take a look at the local weather. We have some wonderful temperatures still out here. It's very cool, very fall-like a little bit, right? That June gloom sticking with us. We are going to have a great warm day on Saturday. That's the day to get out. That's the day to have some fun out in the sun. And the clouds should be clearing a little early. Sunday, we're going to get a little cooler, back to the June gloom, a little more of that coastal presence. But it's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. July is coming, and it's going to be hot. We'll be missing these clouds. Let's take a look at the sunrise and the sunset. Our sunrise was at 5:38 this morning. Hopefully you're out there. And our sunset is going to be 8:04 tonight. That's Saddleback Mountain, if you haven't recognized it yet. All that snow we had earlier this year. Wonderful shot of that. Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk to the folks from the Music Lovers Club. Stay with us.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all three of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
The Salvation Army Orange County is proud to be a leader in providing comprehensive care to families, men, women, young adults, seniors, and veterans in Orange County. Our shelters provide food, clothing, counseling, housing navigation, and job training. We also provide care through rent and utility assistance, food pantries, anti-trafficking services, adult rehabilitation, and youth programs. Donate today to help families in need and empower individuals towards self-sufficient life.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Music Lovers Club probably doesn't need too much of an introduction. They love music, they love playing it, come out and have some fun, but there's a little more to it than that. And we're gonna find out all about that with Music Lovers Club reps Bill Hemberger and Sherry Showalter. Thanks for joining us, guys.
First off, congratulations on the new gig.
Oh,
here.
thank you. We'll see how long they keep me.
Do you need a reference? We'll have to jump there for you.
We'll help.
So you guys have this wonderful Band X Music Lovers Club. You're doing a lot of stuff, and the people don't really know about this, right?
What we're trying to do is show the diversity of, especially with our shows here in the village, is diversity of the village. It's like all our shows since January have been about different talents here within the village, and we try to concentrate. We do other things outside the village, but a music lovers club that's what we try to do. Different types of music in our own band, but bring in other people. It's like from the African American Heritage Club in January to.
Yeah, we've had a show each month so far, and that's what we've got scheduled through the end of the year. So we started out in January on Martin Luther King Day, and we partnered with the African American Heritage Club, and there's this amazing jazz artist. Her name's Moki Lund, and she's had a huge career in the music business. She lives here, so we invited her to come and play with us that month, and then we had.
Here's real quick. Diversity. We're talking about diversity. Music is just an entree to diversity because there's so many diverse people who do music, and the first time you usually hear an artist, you have no idea what that person looks like, their background. You just love the music, and that's kind of a way that the integration can happen in a big way, right?
Exactly, and we do a variety of music as well.
Right.
And so we thought, well, wouldn't it be just cool, because there's so many clubs and so many groups here that are so diverse. So we then had the Senior Clown Alley come and do a clown show, and then we did a thing with the Theater Guild. They had a group, like kind of a doo-wop group called the Brooklyn Blends, so they came and did a little halftime thing for us. And we've had hula dancers come, and we've had this choir that came last month called the OC Sound, and they are one of the top women's choirs in the country.
Really?
And they are going to be going to Kansas City, I think, in the fall to compete. And so we just think this is the coolest thing ever, and people don't know this.
I mean, music is the common language around the world.
Exactly.
No matter what language you speak, you can get into music.
It transcends, and that's the amazing thing about it. It really does, and I think that's a really cool thing about what you guys are doing is the diversity part.
Yes.
Tell me about some shows you have coming up and Band X.
Well, we've got like our summer series here.
Okay.
Summer series.
So some of it is also other clubs in the village have invited us to come and do shows for them. So we've got the Deluxe Nightclub coming up. June 19th is it?
That's this Monday coming up.
Coming Monday, yes.
This
That's
Monday
our diversity show that we're doing. This is Pride Month for those people who are part of that community, and we're hoping that people will come out and enjoy the diversity. There's a whole new club that's been formed here to talk about diversity, and so we're sort of piggybacking on that.
Okay.
And then again, we've got July 17th, we're partnering with the Astronomy Club. Who would think that? They're going to come
These
with
are all her
telescopes.
ideas. She puts all this stuff
We've
together.
got some of those dates on the board. Let's talk about some of those dates you guys can see right here.
Yeah, so Under the Stars, that's with the Astronomy Club. We've got the Sun Worshippers. We're still kind of working to figure out what we're going to do with that, but we've got that. Patriots Day, September 11th. What a day that is. So we're celebrating that. We've got a fall celebration, Thanksgiving food drive, and then the holiday celebration coming up as
We
well.
also do a lot of shows outside the village, which a lot of the village residents come to and support.
Of course, yeah. It's not a gated, closed community. We can get out there a little bit.
We do get out.
There are exit points.
In fact, tonight we're just down the street at Fedora's on Moulton, which is right nearby.
And we're starting to open up for some national acts. We'll be at the Coach House in July.
Terrific.
It's a
Tony Bennett
tribute band.
And this
We're
guy
opening
is
for
the
that.
biggest deal for Tony Bennett tribute bands in the country. He's a national
for
tour.
folks who haven't been to the Stagecoach down there, it's a really great little venue, great dinner house, and really, I've seen some great shows down there. And there's not a bad seat in the place.
No, it's
so
fabulous.
if you guys, if anybody want to head down to the Stagecoach and see you guys, that would be a fun night.
Yeah.
And then we're also doing some other cool things. So people have asked us to add. We do a variety of music. So people have recently said and been ongoing.
Why don't you do disco?
Do some disco. So we've added disco. We started doing that. We're flushing that out. And then.
Okay, I got an either or question.
Yes.
Bee Gees, Or Casey and the Sunshine Band?
Casey and the Sunshine
Okay.
Band.
Casey. I sing to Casey. I brought up the Bee Gees, but nobody can hit that
It's a little
higher
high
register.
for all of us. So we're doing that. And then we're starting to do what we call mini tribute sets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got some Fleetwood Mac sets, some Doobie Brothers sets, some...
That's all the rage in music now is the tribute bands.
and,
So
and Linda Ronstadt mini sets. And, we're kind of flushing those ideas out as well. And we have a one-hit wonder set, so across decades, these bands that had one hit,
Right.
but it was big.
they're good songs.
And so we've been
I
doing
went
that.
to a show up at, I think it was Hollywood Bowl or somewhere, and Casey and the Sunshine Men were hosting
All right.
it, and he brought out all the kind of the one-hit folks,
Sure.
and it was, I'm telling you, it was a fun show. You're like, oh, I remember that song. Oh, I remember that song.
Exactly.
And that can be a real fun night.
You don't always remember the artist.
Oh, no.
But you remember the song.
Right.
So we're doing those kind of
They'd
things.
intro, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, and then, oh, I know that song. So that's the fun part about those kind of
Yeah.
nights too, right?
Definitely.
Right, exactly. And we really, we really want to, again, say thank you to a Music Lovers Club for inviting us into that
Rock
club.
of Ages.
They have Rock of Ages as their primary group, and that's another sister band of ours in the village that is fantastic. So we really are, beholden to them
Yeah.
for letting us do this so that we can help get the word out more to the community.
And Coach guys, real quick, what got you guys involved in it? You just always been in the music, always been in this kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I started playing when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's a drug.
Was it rock and roll? Was it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What was it? What was the band? What was the band that got you? The Beatles.
The
Okay.
Beatles, yeah. Beatles as a drummer was Buddy Rich. Oh, I want to do that.
Okay.
And find,
I remember
listen to
seeing
the
Buddy
Beatles.
Rich on the Tonight Show.
Oh,
He'd do
many
the
times.
solos and oh my
Oh, I
goodness.
still
Yeah.
watch him on YouTube. He's an incredible
Yeah,
player.
absolutely.
Still.
Yeah, look it up, folks, if you haven't seen
And
Buddy
then
Rich.
I started when I was 5. Believe it or not, I did my first solo when I was 5, and I studied classical choral music growing up. And then, they politely told me in college that you really have more of a pop voice.
You need a more loosey-goosey kind of band
you
kind
don't
of
really.
feel.
That doesn't work for you. So then I went on to get into rock bands, and then prior to moving to the village in 2020, I was in a touring Pink Floyd band for about 15 years. Called House of Floyd, and we toured all over, mostly on the western part of the U.S., but we also toured India and other places. So,
Okay, is that where you came up with the astronomy night? You guys do Pink Floyd and look at the stars like the old
well,
planetarium shows?
She's come up with all these ideas.
I just look around and see what clubs we have and go, how can I get those
How can I
people
make
involved?
these guys have more fun?
Yeah. So I'm going to be reaching out to some other clubs to see if they'll-
Again, it comes back to the diversity thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what's available here
Yeah,
in the
and
village.
inclusivity. I like that one too. That the idea of that. Just
Yeah.
really everybody come on and enjoy it. It doesn't matter what your background is. Music can bring a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, because we do a variety of music across multiple genres, that even makes more sense, I think, too.
For sure. Let's get the dates up on the board again. What do people have to do to go to the show? Just show up and have fun, and that's
Yeah.
all you have to do?
Exactly.
Our shows here in the village are usually at Clubhouse 2, or they are at Clubhouse 2, and then we have the different clubs within the village that are hiring us. And it's just a matter of going to our website. That's got all the information there at bandex949.com.
Okay.
That has it all there.
Sounds like a good, fun night. Maybe I'll show up.
Yeah.
Wear a concert shirt.
Sure.
We're gonna have
Front
to
row.
get you in. Maybe you'll be the part-time entertainment on this.
I can intro. I'll be the guy on the side. And now,
I'll be the
up
MC.
next.
Can you do stand-up comedy?
Well, some people laugh at me. I don't know if it's stand-up comedy. There's a big difference. Bill and Sherry, thank you so much for coming in.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. Guys, go out to the show. It should be a great night. The beat goes on here. Up next, we have Sports Corner with Cole Young, and a little later, California Club. Stay with us.
Happy Friday and welcome to this week's installment of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and for the first time in history, the Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray proved to be a duo that no opponent could contain this postseason. They're the first pair of teammates in NBA history to average 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a single postseason. Coming again as a surprise to no one, Jokic was named the NBA Finals MVP and topped the series off with a 28-point game. With their backs against the wall, the Miami Heat led the Nuggets for a majority of the game, but the final 2 minutes were mayhem, with the lead switching back and forth and back and forth. Finally, after a missed three-pointer by Jimmy Butler, a steal from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and one last missed effort by Butler, the Nuggets hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy for the first time in the team's 47-year history. While it absolutely is time to celebrate, most of the players and coaches and executives already made it clear they're shifting focus to next year's championship. As players in the locker room were spraying champagne, team president Josh Kroenke mentioned, quote, "We came about this very organically, and we grew this thing from scratch. So I always said when we are here, we want to be here to stay for a little while and be in the conversation. But I think this team is going to be in the championship conversation for quite some time," end quote. There were a lot of weird parallels and coincidences between the NBA and NHL playoffs this season. Just like the Nuggets, the Las Vegas Golden Knights have now won their first ever Stanley Cup. In Game 5 on Tuesday, Captain Mark Stone scored a hat trick, and Nicholas Hagee, Alec Martinez, Riley Smith, Michael Amadio, Ivan Barbashev, and Nicholas Roy all added goals as the Knights defeated the Florida Panthers by a whopping 9-3. The Knights were founded back in 2017, and they're the second youngest team in the league behind the Seattle Kraken. They're just the second team in NHL history to win the Stanley Cup within the team's first 6 seasons. Knights forward Jonathan Marchessault won the 2023 Conn Smythe Trophy, presented annually to the postseason's most valuable player. Marchessault scored 13 goals and 25 points while recording a point in every game of the final, posting 4 goals and 8 points in 5 games against the Florida Panthers. He is also just the 10th undrafted player in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe and the first since Wayne Gretzky in 1988. I'm starting to realize that the beginning of the summer marks a time for championships. Last week, the Oklahoma Sooners women's softball team became national champions. Not only that, they're one of the most dominant programs in sports history. They just clinched a 3rd consecutive national championship after winning 53 games in a row, and just finished up the past 3 seasons with a record of 176-8. When Oklahoma finished off the series with a 3-1 win and a series sweep over Florida State, the Sooners led the nation in scoring with 501 runs, which is 82 more than anyone else. They led the nation in pitching, defense, and batting average, which was 30 points higher than second place. Jordy Ball scored 2 runs in the Women's College World Series, while also pitching 24.2 innings and giving up 0 runs. This means she outscored her opponents by herself. At the time of the final game, it had been 109 days since Oklahoma had been beaten, 732 days since they lost a championship series game, and 1,467 days since any team not named the Oklahoma Sooners had been named national champions. I'd also like to mention that I did predict the Sooners would be in the finals, but in all fairness, it was very clearly the easy pick. For the Men's College Baseball World Series, the final stage is set, and the first game starts today with Oral Roberts versus TCU at 11 a.m., and then Virginia against Florida at 4 p.m., and both games are on ESPN. Then, tomorrow is Stanford against Wake Forest, and Tennessee taking on my pick to win the tournament, LSU. The tournament is double elimination from here on out, so tune in to every game to see which teams will be moving on. We are officially entering the transitional period in the sports world between the end of hockey and basketball, but the middle of baseball, and football season is just starting to show on the horizon. Enjoy your weekend full of sports. Hopefully the sun will come out eventually. I'm Cole Young. I'll see you next time.
The California Club is about good music, some dancing, and some great meals. And to join us, tell us a little bit more what they have coming up, California Club, Don Barnes and Sharon Peavy. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Nice for being here. So tell me a little bit, for those who don't know what the California Club's all about.
We are I would consider it a sophisticated club. We ask the people that come to dress up. nice looking dresses, pantsuits for the ladies, jacket and tie for the men. And we have a band, live band, playing music starting at 5:30. And then we have dinner, sit-down dinner, entertainment for 45 minutes after that, and then more music until 9 o'clock.
We got a great one coming up, Jazzy June, we got here at the Clubhouse 5.
Yes.
We're very excited about this group because it's a young couple and they're very talented. And the band this time does a whole variety of music. The club has been getting newer, younger members, and so we want our variety of bands that come every month to honor everybody. And so this one does a lot of traditional, what we call the ballroom dance type thing, but they also do a lot more contemporary, and they even do some country. So you get a whole variety for the evening. A very, very popular band here, American made. I'm new, my husband and I are new to Laguna Woods, and one of the first clubs we went to was the California Club. We went to all the clubs. We just jumped in and thought, we're gonna check this all out. And we fell in love with this club because what I see is so amazing is you get to reserve in advance. So you don't have to stand in line. Most of the clubs, you have to get there early and stand in line. You get assigned table with friends based on a preference, based on when you sign up and pay. So if you get your reservation in early, you will be able to sit with people you want. And what's so neat is when you walk in the door, many times the band is already playing. Every month it's decorated differently, and it's beautiful. It's for the theme. Tables, decorations, we have china, we have glasses for your drinks. Each table is a 4-course meal, and 2 full 1.5 liters of red and white wine are all included.
Whoa.
But I know, it's a great deal. And it's getting a little more casual with the dressing because as newer members come into the woods, some of them don't like to be as formal.
But it's kind of a throwback to the old days of the dinner and a club and a show.
It's like a cabaret club is what it is.
And the cigarette girl walking around.
It has that feel, but it is so much fun. And we have had a ball, and then my husband and I got on the board, and my husband is now involved in the reservation, so all next year is booked, and the entertainment is phenomenal. So we're thrilled to be part of this.
I've been in a California club for 21 years.
Okay.
And this is my 8th year on the board. I've cycled through several times. And I'm thrilled, I'm the president, and I'm thrilled to have people like Sharon come in and bring new, young ideas, and her liveliness. It just adds an extra dimension to our club.
Starting next month, we're also going to accept credit cards, so that's something new. In the past, it was always mail a check to a P.O. box. That will still be available, but for people, we came and we were used to credit cards and not really had many checks at all. So that's a new thing. And then as soon as that payment's in, then that person's on the list of where they get their preference. So it's another advantage. But we love, every month is different. And the themes are different and the entertainment is different. This summer we have a casual night where it's probably going to be like a picnic, and it's a Vegas Elvis entertainer.
I'm gonna ask you guys both the same question. Don, start with you. What is it about the club that just hooked you? As you said, this is for me.
Dress up and ballroom dancing, because that's my passion.
Okay.
And I like the idea that twice a year we have a formal. And we moved here, my wife and I, and they have a formal. Well, Don, you don't have a tux. So she went out and bought me a tux and everything that went with it. And then, as Sharon said, once a year we go casual, and it's either Polynesian or country, family style food. And it's just so different from most of Southern California. The music, the entertainment, you walk in, as Sharon said, and you have all the tables have tablecloths, cloth napkins, dinnerware, glasses for your wine. It's just it reminded us of Las Vegas. It really did.
And Sharon, how about you? You're a newcomer, so what was 21 years ago, but...
I know, for us, I think after COVID and being indoors so much, it was so nice to come, and all the things he said blew us away. We thought that was fabulous, because we lived the last 20 years down by the pier in Huntington Beach, and we frequented those restaurants, but it's very, very casual, and we're used to very casual living. But it was fun to get dressed up and to have this beautiful room with great entertainment, wonderful people. It was so much fun. And sometimes they'll be more casual, and people are not always getting as formal because that's part of who they are, but we want everyone. We just ask for no flip-flops and jeans and shorts. So they can be a little more casual, but it is nice to have that environment. And it's the only club here that does that.
You have to draw the line somewhere. Flip-flops is the deal breaker.
You hurt yourself out there dancing on the floor.
Is there a sense of community after a while? I mean, you're seeing a lot of the same folks coming out because they're enjoying it so much. So you kind of build this kind of community as well, right?
Build some relationships.
Right.
Because you see the same people, you get to know them, or you bring friends in, and so you sit with the same people every month. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience for the whole evening. And that's what's coming up in June.
Right. Let's get that up on the board one more time before we leave you. Want to get that up there. We got the big Jazzy June. So what's the best part about these guys? You've heard them, you previewed them, you've seen them.
Yes,
So.
We just went to a showcase for next year's entertainment, and they were there, and it had already been booked. They have amazing voices, but they're almost comedy theatrical performers. They entertain you, they do little skits, they talk about themselves. It was very entertaining, and their voices are amazing.
Okay.
So they're really, really talented. A young couple, and they are going places. They're so good.
Smothers Brothers of Jazz?
Yes, kind of like, and it's not just jazz. They sing all types.
Okay.
But the Jazzy June is for the June, because we're coming into June. And then the band that plays, what's so wonderful is you walk in and you have the band for 45 minutes, then we eat, then you have the entertainment for 45, then the band comes back. So you get a lot of dancing and this great entertainment in between. Very cabaret-ish.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun time for all. Thank you guys for joining us. So we want to welcome, once again, say goodbye to Don and Sharon from the California Club. Thanks. Hope folks get out there and see that. And we're going to close up the show right here. We want to talk a little bit about our Friday film that's coming up. And that is going to be Patch Adams, Robin Williams. I might have to watch that. That's going to be sponsored by Memorial Care. I've never seen Patch Adams. I hate to admit that.
Great.
It's a great movie?
It's
okay.
a great movie.
I've got an endorsement right here. We're going to watch it for sure. We're going to do the weather recap real quick here. Our temperatures, as you can see, very cool for the rest of the week. Very calm. Lots of marine layer. Not too much heat up. The best day is going to be Saturday to get out and have some fun. And that's going to be it for us on this day. I hope you enjoyed the program. Hope you enjoyed watching. And we will be back tomorrow, Saturday, with some great stuff for you. You're watching This Day on Village Television. Thanks.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the Brilliant Smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.